Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking a look at my 105th Master Grade, the Geara Doga, from the movie Char's Counterattack. This was the grunt suit for Neo Zeon in that movie. A lot of people have been looking forward to this kit. Had a high grade for a long time, now it's time for the Master Grade. Let's have a look, see what we got. Now, first things first, this is a pretty big kit. He feels kind of big and bulky, because he is big and bulky. Torso here, fairly simple, a little bit of lining. There is a space for an LED there, which I'll talk about in a second. Latches open up, 1 and then 2, and then you can see the pilot inside. Random pilot A. Now, one interesting thing about this kit is it uses these rubber cables. These are rubber, as you can see, very, very loose. Very similar to the Hyzac cables. Anyone who's built that kit, only a lot thinner. There's a few problems with these, nothing major. First off, you got some lining to do. And on these things, it's very difficult to line them. And there's a lot to do here, and it's very tedious and time-consuming. Second off, you're going to have to glue some of this stuff down. The one on the head there I didn't have any problems with, but the stuff around the neck kept popping off. I couldn't get them to stay on. I eventually just had to glue them down. LED light, red eye on a green kit, a little different. Does not come with the LED, you got to buy that separate, but quite frankly, this kit this particular piece here is so difficult to get out. Once you put it in, you're probably never going to use the LED anyway. Arms, big arms, huge shoulder pads on these things. More cables in the arm, guess what, more lining. Don't gotta do any glue in there. You see these thrusters all over the shoulders. They come in that really cool orange, but you do gotta go in there and add some black. Or gray, whichever you so desire. The shoulders all the shoulder armor does hamper things a little bit in terms of posability. The elbows themselves and the twisting of the shoulders is no real problem, but it is a little awkward to pose with these big, bulky shoulders, but surprisingly good, all things considered. The legs on this kit. This is probably one of the coolest looking leg frames I've ever seen. This kit begs, and I repeat, begs for some clear parts. This is such a cool looking frame. You have the cables running through. Yes, you got to glue some of those down on the knee there and in the side. You have this piston action moving. You have this movement on the knee. I mean, this is a really cool looking frame. I kind of wish these parts were clear. You can still see the piston and the cables when you have the armor on, so it still looks really neat. You can see that piston will move up and down as the ankle moves around. Lots of ankle movement, big old giant monster feet, but the ankles will let you go just about anywhere, as you see here. On the bottom, in a lot of pictures, they show those thrusters on the bottom in that orange. No, not unless you paint it, but still looks good. Big old giant bend out of the knee. I do like how the armor kind of slides out, and you can see it underneath. I mean, the frame slides out from the armor, rather. And that looks really cool. The thruster backpack, nothing fancy. This looks like something you've seen before. Bunch of thrusters, big old tanks, slap right on the back, no problem. The skirt armor around here is kind of interesting. It's big, it's bulky, and for one of a rare occasion, it pretty much doesn't move. There's no skirt armor movement on this thing. You got those cables running around, guess what, more glue. And they're pretty much stuck in place. That really doesn't hamper anything because they give you plenty of movement. The side skirt armor will move a little, but they're not movable at all, really. But it's not a real big problem. It's just kind of a weird thing on this skirt armor. Again, those cables, lots of lining to do, and it's really difficult to do. I'm not going to lie to you. It's really difficult to get it just right. Decaled up. Not a whole lot of decals on this kit. Neo Zeon. You see the suit number, you get a little Neo Zeon logo on the skirt. A few simple little decals, very, very light decals on this. You do get a choice of numbers. I went 025 for obvious reasons. You can put just about whatever number you want on there. They give you 00 all the way 1 through 9, so you can choose whatever you please. But decals are nice. Would have liked to seen a little bit more, but meh. The fingers on this kit are interchangeable. You get a trigger finger, you get an open hand with the tooth in there, which I'll show you what it's for in a minute. And you get the open style hand with the movable fingers, kind of a quasi 2.0. If anyone built the Marasai, this is the exact same hand. Quite frankly, you're probably never going to use it. It looks kind of neat, but it's pretty not useful for anything other than looking neat. Accessories. I love the accessories on this kit. First off, you get this gun here. Movable handle, movable shoulder brace. Kind of gives a shotgun look to it. Get a little sticker there for the front. You have a ammo pack that sits out there on the side, and they give you a second ammo pack as well. Second gun, kind of this beam machine gun looking thing. Again, they give you some stickers. Looks really cool. And again, they give you a second ammo pack. What you're going to do is that this trigger finger comes with two little teeth inside, which connect right into the handle of the gun. Holds it no real problem. Is it perfect? No, but it's pretty darn good. It takes a lot of effort to knock it out of its hand. And even then, it really doesn't drop it. And connecting it back in, nothing real problem. The spare ammo packs can be put in the side skirt armor for storage. The little clamp opens up, slides right in. You have a B-Max, which looks just friggin' amazing. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is a really cool accessory here. Handle connects into the tooth hand, hooks in just fine. See that little tooth in the hand hooks right into the handle, no issues holding. And they give you two separate blades, kind of a pointed blade and an axe blade. Both look cool. I kind of prefer the axe, but just a really cool effect part right here. The shield, again, more decals, 025. The Neo Zeon symbol. They give you an extra few decals you can play with. Neo Zeon, they give you it lettered 3 or 4 different ways. You can put them wherever you want or just ignore them. You have missiles on the inside of the shield, 4 of them. They hook right into place. Looks really good. And it will connect into the arm here, which is a bit of a hampering. This shield is so big and heavy, it does hamper posability a little bit in terms of holding it up. It does have a hinge on it, so you can open it all the way up, so it act like the missiles are about to fire. You can remove all the missiles you want if you want to, or 1 or 2 or all of them if you please. They look kind of nice, very well detailed. I said you couldn't really move it and push it up. However, it is on a hinge system. The hinge will open up, it'll twist, so you can point that shield just about anywhere you want. Just don't expect that arm and shoulder to be going up very high. And the beam saber. Probably the coolest beam saber I've ever seen in a master grade. It's big, it's mean looking, and it's nasty. There's nothing clean and crisp about this thing. It's really big, mean, and nasty looking, and I love it. Hooks right into the hand just fine. Jagged, nasty looking, just amazing. I love this thing. Now, when you're trying to pose him, a couple things happen. First off, he does the splits. Slowly but surely, his legs start going wide, and we start having a problem. Also, as you can see, you can move the arm up, but it slowly comes back down. This could be helped a little bit by an action base, but I kind of think he'd still be kind of side heavy and be a little awkward. But you can still get some really cool poses. They give you some great accessories on this kit, and it looks really, really cool. Little size comparison. He's a little bit taller than Jesta, but he's still kind of big and bulky. He's not as big as you initially think he is, but it's still a pretty big kit. And he's got some weight to him, and looks pretty cool besides. Final thoughts on this kit. I'll be honest with you guys, I really debated on whether I was going to name this the Nude Leader for Kit of the Year, but in the end I don't think I can. This kit has a few problems. I mean, you got to glue some things down. The weight distribution's a little off. Posing isn't the greatest. The best thing for this kit, it has some amazing accessories. I love the gun. I love the shield. I love the other gun. I love the missiles. I love the B-Max. I love the beam saber. Great accessories on this kit. But I just couldn't put it over Jesta, and quite frankly, I debated a long time before I could make up my mind on this one. But I still think Jesta the leader. That being said, this is a great kit. Thumbs up. If you want it, You will not be disappointed. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope you found it informative. If you got any questions, ask them. I'll answer them best I can. Please leave a comment. You guys know I love reading them. And stay tuned for more reviews. I always got more coming down the road. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and one more thing. Hey, buddy, you think you can help me move this weekend? Dude, again?